Hello everybody, I'm your brother 9, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Fire Red. In the last episode, we kind of really didn't do too much. We spent a lot of time talking about things here in Celadon City, which is a huge city, probably the biggest city in the game. I believe, I could be wrong, there might be one later on that's bigger. But it is really big and has some big buildings like the Pokemon Mansion. And it's also got the game corner, and it's got a city, but we still have stuff, and it's got a city, it's got a gym, not a city, but we still have to check out the department store, which we've heard quite a bit about the department store. Hello, welcome to the Celadon Department Store. The board on the right describes the store layout. Okay, I was kind of hoping you'd tell me. We have 5 different floors that have a bunch of different, or actually technically have 6 different floors that have a bunch of different items that you can buy. It's pretty much the best store in the game and where you want to go to buy everything. Hi there, may I help you? The first floor has TMs like TM5, Roar, Hyper Beam. Has Hyper Beam? Dang! Hyper Beam's the strongest normal type move, kind of ish. There's Self-Destruct and Explosion, I believe, are stronger than Hyper Beam, but those also take out your Pokemon, so Hyper Beam is kind of considered to be like the strongest move in the game. I think it has 150 base power, but you have to rest on the second turn that you use it. It can be pretty powerful. There's also Dig, Brick Break, Secret Power, Attract. See, the great thing about this is that you can buy these TMs over and over. So all of these moves are moves that you can use as many times as you want, even though the TM you can only use once, which is awesome. Also, we have, this is where you buy regular items, like maybe some Great Balls. Do I need to buy some Great Balls? I do not. I do need to buy some Super Potions, though. I used a bit when I was training between episodes. There we go. I'll buy a couple of those. I think I have some Revives, maybe an Antidote. I've got 2 of those. That should be fine. Let's buy 2 Paralyze Heals. And how about 2 Burn Heals? Let's buy 2 Burn Heals, that sounds good. So that's everything for this floor. It's the regular kind of supermarket. For long outings, you should buy Revive. I completely agree, especially if you're doing a lot of training, because your Pokemon will probably faint somewhere in between. This floor, we have... Oh, hi, I finally finished Pokemon. What do you mean you finished Pokemon? Not done yet? How about I teach you a good move? Have you finished the game? The move I have in mind is Counter. Get it? Because he's over a counter? Not like the one I'm leaning on, mind you. Counter is a physical type move that if you teach to a Pokemon, you get hit by a physical move on that turn. You hit the Pokemon that hit you with twice the amount of damage. I kind of butchered that sentence, but I think you guys understand. If you get hit with a physical type move on that turn, and you use Counter, you will hit the Pokemon that hits you with twice the amount of damage that you got hit for in terms of HP. So it could be good if you're hitting a Pokemon that has low HP, maybe not as good if you hit a Pokemon that has a lot of HP, like Vaporeon, who has had a lot of high HP. Catch your Pokemon are registered with an ID number and the OT. OT stands for Original Trainer, the trainer that caught it first. Yeah, we know about that. We've talked about it here and there. Come on, Haunter! I love Haunter, I collect them, huh? Haunter turned into a different Pokemon while being traded. Hey, spoilers! We don't know about that Pokemon yet. Alright, my buddy's gonna trade me his Kangaskhan for my Haunter. Ooh, Kangaskhan, we haven't heard about that Pokemon yet either. You can identify Pokemon you get in trade by their ID numbers, so this whole thing has to do with trades and stuff, alright. That floor, as you can see, doesn't really have anything for us. The 4th floor, I think, is my favorite floor. I'm getting a present for my girlfriend. Guess a Pokédoll will be it. That's the popular thing. I believe this is. Maybe it's not. Oh yes, no it is. Then you have a Pokédoll, which you can use it to flee from any battle as much as you want. Then there's the mail, but most importantly we have things like a Firestone, a Thunderstone, a Waterstone, and a Leaf Stone. You can come here to buy all the stones to evolve your Pokemon as many times as you want, which is great. I don't believe I have a Firestone, but I think that we'll be getting a Firestone by the time that I want to evolve Ardent. If we don't, then I will come back here and do it anyways. I heard something useful. If a wild Pokemon appears, you can distract it with a Pokédoll. You can run away while the wild Pokemon is distracted. You can do that. This is actually the floor I was thinking of. Pokemon set enhancers can be bought only here. HP up increases the base HP of a Pokemon. Calcium, yeah, okay, all this tells us about which one does which, that's fine. Here for Pokemon stand enhancers. This is probably the best place for competitive play because of items like what they were saying. HP up protein, iron, calcium, zinc, and carbos. When it says it raises the base HP or base attack, base defense, what it means is it is raising the EVs of the Pokemon, I believe by 10 EVs, which is pretty cool and kind of fantastic if you're trying to do EV training. However, as you can see, they're really expensive, nearly 10,000 Pokédollars. So I'm not going to be buying any of those. I'm not going to be caring about EVs or anything. If you are doing any kind of competitive teams, this is the place to go for sure. Maybe when you get towards the end of the game, you can come back here to give your Pokemon a little bit of oomph if you want, but you'll definitely have to do that later on because right now they're just way too expensive to really make a difference. And up here we have the roof. My sister's a trainer, believe it or not, but she's so immature she drives me nuts. She's a trainer, can I fight her? I'm thirsty, I want something to drink. Can I? Alright, well, over here we have Rooftop Square, the vending machines. A vending machine, what does it have? It's fresh water, soda pop, lemonade. You can buy some lemonade. These will all heal Pokemon if you want. I will grab one of each, just to grab one of each. By the way, I'm pretty sure this fresh water is more expensive than the potion. Just saying. I'm thirsty, I want something to drink. Give her a drink. If we give her fresh water, yay, fresh water. Thank you, you can have this from me. She will give you TM16, which contains Light Screen. Smooth that weakens the power special attacks by your foe for 5 turns, I believe. And it's for all the Pokemon, not just the Pokemon that it has. It puts up a Light Screen. Now if we give her Soda Pop, she will give us TM20, which contains Safeguard, smooth that prevents status problems among your Pokemon, so you can't get any kind of status effects, which is pretty cool. And now we'll give her the Lemonade, which we'll get TM33, which contains Reflect, which is the defensive version of Light Screen. So, as you can see, there are a lot of TMs that you can start getting here in Celadon City. There are a lot of things you can just get in Celadon City. It's crazy what you can get here. It's kind of fantastic, actually. I really like Celadon City. Also, it has great music, and it's just one of my favorite cities in the game. But the most important thing that we have here in Celadon City is this water and that old man behind it. No, I'm just kidding. The most important thing is this tree that we want to cut, because behind this tree is that thing that we've heard about but we haven't really seen, and that is the Celadon City Gym and an old man out front.
This gym is great! It's full of women!
Oh, you pervy old man! What are you doing? Get out of here! I can come in here though, because I am a woman. Celadon Pokemon Gym, leader Erika. Winning trainers, Gary, as usual. And as you can see, the guy who's always standing here in the gyms is not here because he got kicked out of the gym because he is a male and men are not allowed in the gym. Also, I am not at full health. I think we should be okay because it is a grass type gym. We have a fire type Pokemon. Really, how bad could it be for us? I should tell you about this gym. Only real ladies are allowed in here. Only real ladies indeed. Well, I guess that's okay because I am a woman and I'm definitely a real woman for sure. As you're about to see, because you're going to get bodied by my Ardent. See, this is fantastic because Ardent, as I said, as you can see, Ardent's only one level higher than Bellsprout, which actually means that it's kind of under-leveled because by this point, most of your team members should be higher than all the trainers that you're fighting, so we're a little low. Hey, Weaving Bell. We haven't seen a Weaving Bell yet. But it's perfect because Ardent doesn't care that it's only slightly above all of these Pokemon because it's a Fire-type Pokemon in a Grass-type gym, which also is fantastic because we've now rounded out our team-type coverage. Really, there's no Pokemon that we can't take down from here on out with the type coverage. I mean, we don't have all the moves that we would, but if we were to continue the game with just these three, we wouldn't have a single problem with any Pokemon any type because we have rounded everything out. Before we were having problems with grass, specifically because, well, I mean, we have a water type Pokemon and a grass type Pokemon as our two Pokemon on our team. And that's not very good for getting hit by grass type moves. So, now that we have this fire type Pokemon, it rounds everything out so beautifully and just in time for the gym, which is kind of why I really wanted to use, I really wanted to get a Growlithe on my team, not only just because I really like the Pokemon, but it just works so well on my team and in the game. It's fantastic. I love it so much. Now, I believe the best way to get to Erika is to take on just this trainer here and then one more trainer. I think there are only 2 required trainers for you to fight in this gym. Beauty! Oh man, she looks really good. I see why she's called Beauty. However, as you know, we will be fighting every single trainer that we can because that's what we do. Even though for the most part, it's really just gonna be a lot of us hitting all of these Bellsprouts, all of these Oddishes, just with a whole bunch of really good Embers. Now, Ember isn't a very strong fire type move. It's actually like it's the general one that you get. We can get Takedown, which is 90 power, accuracy 85, but it also does a little damage to us every time we use it. I think we will grab Takedown. It's one of the stronger normal type moves, but it does kind of hit you, which isn't the greatest. Now, as I was saying, Ember is kind of the starter fire type move. It's the first one you get before you start going up to bigger and better moves like, I don't know, Flame Wheel or Flame Thrower, which is, you know, like one of the best ones out there. And then of course there's Fire Blast, and then eventually, if you've got a starter Pokemon, Blast Burn. But that's not the case. Right now we just have Ember. And I don't believe we'll be getting a good fire type move for a couple more levels, actually. I think that's the case. Yeah, so, another thing that's noted is you need to have Cut to be able to get through this gym, so that's a little unfortunate. Yeah, so either way, if you go left or right, it looks like you can get to Erika with only having to fight 2 trainers, because you don't need to fight either the 2 in the lower part of the gym, the southern part of the gym, the first part of the gym, as long as you go either to the left or right, and then you'll have to fight whichever trainer comes on the outside of Erika, which I would recommend going to the left because apparently this girl's just got 1 Pokemon, is level 24 Execute, and that's kind of weak. Now, as you can see, it withstood that move, and it's gonna use Hypnosis? Oh, dang. Well, that's not the greatest, because now we're gonna be put to sleep. I can't believe you hit with Hypnosis. It's got like 60 accuracy or something. That's ridiculous. Oh, come on, get up. Execute's not actually a horrible Pokemon. It's kind of decent. It's a grass psychic type, which is an interesting combination, an interesting type coverage. Type coverage is interesting typing, is what I mean to say. So I do like it for being that, but I don't know. I've never really liked Execute or its evolution Executor. And, well, I don't know. I do like Execute in the anime, but otherwise Executor is kind of lame in the anime, so I'm kind of here or there, wishy-washy with Executor. And I've always had a problem because you don't really get it late enough into the game to really have any kind of, and to really like want to use it on your team, because if you kind of get it late in the game and it's not too high leveled, so if you don't want to spend a bunch of time, wow, you have 5 Pokemon. You don't want to spend a bunch of time training it up because it's a little under-leveled, and it's just an Execute. I've never used it before, but maybe I'll use it in future playthroughs of this game. I can guarantee we're not using it in this playthrough of the game, though a Grass-type Pokemon would kind of be okay to continue rounding out our team, because currently we don't have any way to take on... Let's see, we don't have any way to take on water types, right? If we get a water type, it can take out both Tremito and Ardent. Oh, Stun Spore? Lame. But water types don't do anything to James Pond. It's kind of an equal win. So if their water type is better than our water type, then we have a problem. So grass would be nice, but electric would also be nice. Don't worry, we'll have ways to take care of not grass Pokemon, water type Pokemon in the future. We've got other Pokemon coming onto our team. I can't believe we got paralyzed, especially in this gym battle. Alright, well, there are quite a few other trainers, and this one's gonna be taking a while, so I think I'll actually just speed up the rest of this gym until we get to the Erika fight, because otherwise we're just gonna be here and I'm gonna be trying to find things to talk about like I've been doing up till this point. So I will play some really good music for you guys to listen to as we watch me take down a whole bunch of grass-type Pokemon. I'm just gonna be sending blazes all over the place. Alright, so that's all of them. Man, that was a long time coming. So many status moves, so many embers, but we are now ready to spend a bunch of time using Ember on these next Pokemon that Erika has in store for us, but we're going to heal up just real quick. We shouldn't need to do anything other than that, because I believe we have enough Embers ready. And now it's time for the leader of the Celadon City Gym. Hello. Lovely weather, isn't it? It's so pleasant. Oh dear, I must have dozed off. Welcome. My name is Erika. I'm the leader of Celadon Gym. I'm a student of the art of flower arranging. My Pokemon are solely of the grass type. Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea that you wished to challenge me. Very well, but I shall not lose. Leader Erika would like to battle. She sends out Victory Bell, her first Pokemon, level 29 with the ability Chlorophyll. Moves are Stun Spore, Acid, Poison Powder, and Giga Drain. The thing that I am most afraid of, not only the fact that it's a Victory Bell, which is a third evolution, and that means it's strong. Dang, this is going to be a 3-co. This right here, this Stun Spore is the thing that I was most afraid of, because now our speed is going to be taken into half, and we're going to have some problems because we might get paralyzed and not be able to do moves. So this paralysis is probably going to be the thing that can decide the outcome of this game. And Erika is our first time, this is our first time seeing a gym leader use an item in the middle of the battle, which brings us to my little... So when I do gym battles, I don't like to use any items unless the gym leader also uses an item. If they use an item, then I use something that is the equivalent of that item. So she used a hyper potion, which I don't need to use the hyper potion because that heals 200 damage, but healing my Pokemon to full health is what I will consider as doing the same thing as a hyper potion. So right now, I have no qualms about using a hyper potion to heal Ardent all the way back up to 73, which actually I might end up using a hyper potion because super potion wouldn't be enough to do that. So that is how I like to treat gym battles. If they use an item, I can use an item. That's all it is. Now for her second Pokemon, she has Tangela, level 24 with the ability Chlorophyll. Moves are Poison Powder, Constrict, Ingrain, and Giga Drain. It's not too great of a Pokemon, and I'm honestly not that worried about the Tangela. The only thing that gets me a little worried is if it decides, or actually not if it decides to do anything, is the fact that I am paralyzed, and that could cause some problems going ahead. It only does 12 damage, so it's gonna take a bit. It's not nearly as bulky as Victory Bell, so I don't think it'll take 3 hits. However, it is using Ingrain, which will give it health every single turn, which might, no, plenty of room for a nice clean Tuco on Tangela right here, unless she decides to use another. She's not using another hyper potion. She's going in for a little bit of damage and lowering my speed even more, like I wasn't slow enough with the paralysis. I see you, Erika. I'm pretty sure we're already slower than her final Pokemon anyways, which her final Pokemon is Vileplume, also level 29 with the ability Chlorophyll. It has the moves Sleep Powder, Acid, Stun Spore, and Giga Drain. Honestly, I'm not too worried about Vileplume. Victory Bell is probably the Pokemon that I was most afraid of, and since we're already stunned, I don't see Vileplume doing too much more. Actually, it's bulkier? Huh. I didn't expect it to be bulkier. I don't think it does as much damage as Victory Bell was doing, but it got a critical hit, and that puts us in a bit of a sticky situation. Alright, James Pond, it is up to you right now. Hopefully you should be able to do enough. I think you're faster. Let's go with a nice... I think Mega Punch is going to be a better choice. Oh, it didn't miss. That's very good for us. Oh, but it did like nothing! But she missed! Yes! Oh, I would say that was hacks for us winning right there, for her getting the missing the Stun Spore, but she also got a crit on us on our Ardent, so that worked out really well. And we got 1,143 experience points. At least that battle. It wasn't hard. It wasn't really difficult. We still had 2 of our party members at full health, so like that wasn't too terrible. But it wasn't the destructive gym battle that we had with Lieutenant Surge. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can see defeat. You're remarkably strong. I must confer on you the Rainbow Badge. Yeah, badge number 4. We're halfway there. We'll make Pokemon up to level 50 obey, because that's how high our Pokemon are right now. Also allows Pokemon to use Strength in and out of battle. Nice. And we get TM19, which is Giga Drain. Yeah, half the damage it inflicts is drained to heal your Pokemon. It is a great move, one of the best Grass-type moves. One of my favorites, though it only has like 5 PP, so it's not too great in that regard. However, that is probably enough for us this episode. We took out the gym leader and we checked out Celadon City Department Store. It's pretty fantastic, though, as you can see with that guy right there, there's a little something we need to take care of in this town before we head out, because we're not going to stand by and let Team Rocket do its thing, especially when we heard about what it did over in Lavender Town. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please click that like button. Remember, you can always click subscribe if you want to stay updated on this series and other stuff coming out from me. I hope that I'll see you in the next episode. We will be going into the Rocket hideout inside of the game corner. And I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.